Is everyone ready?
All right, good morning. We have 24 CR 00383, trespassing and failure by a convicted person to comply with NRS 179C requirements. Looks like that trespassing was dismissed with prejudice, so we're here for a sentencing hearing. In that, in 23 CR 15770, we have a trespass not amounting to burglary during the previous 24 months with a fine of $503. That's still outstanding. And then we have 23 CR 14353, trespassing. You were found guilty. And then 23 CR 06613, another trespassing where you were found guilty. My understanding is there is a suspended sentence involved in this case imposed by Department 1. What do we wish to do this morning?
Your Honor, do we have also on record the case ending in 15770? That is a trespassing 1223 from Peppermill.
What was that number again?
23 CR 15770.
Yes, that's the one where I show. Well, maybe there wasn't a plea taken in that one, but it shows $503 for fines. It doesn't show, yeah, it shows trespass not amounting to burglary during the previous 24 months.
Okay. So we have 2 revocation hearings, 2 sentencings, and 1 arraignment is what I have.
Yes.
So Mr. Waters and I have gone through his cases, as much as I possibly could, try to get him up to date. He was under belief that he was going to go to community court. However, it's the email chain that I received that he wasn't transported to community court, and Department 1 wants him revoked on the 2 cases they have. One is a 30-day sentence, the other one is a 10-day sentence, and then we need to arraign him on the Peppermill charge and sentence him on the 2 other charges.
Okay, that is correct.
Your Honor, may I say something?
No, not yet. You will have an opportunity at the appropriate time. Ms. Schuman.
Your Honor, well, should we take the plea on the new trespass and then I'll give a sentencing recommendation and revocation recommendation?
That sounds like a good plan. All right, so that would be 23 CR 15770. Sir, how do you plead to the trespass not amounting to burglary during the previous 24 months?
Where's this at, Your Honor? Because I got arrested last week. I was carrying a speaker across the street, but it was my speaker and stuff. I got tackled by the cops in Sparks.
Okay, don't talk about your case. Talk to your.
I already pled guilty on this last week in Sparks Municipal. So that case
is a different case. This is a different case. Mr. McGinnis, would you like to talk to your client?
Your Honor, I've already explained everything that I possibly could. This was at the Peppermill. Remember on 12/20/23, you were cited at the Peppermill?
These are citations? Yes. I never received any citations on the streets. I never received any citations at the Peppermill or anything like that. I don't understand that. I don't understand what you guys are talking about with all this stuff. I never received any tickets or anything like that. So I don't understand. Is somebody using my name or something? I don't know.
Oh God, here we go again.
The only thing I'm in jail for is last week, which I already pled. I already pled no contest, and then they said I was just waiting to go to community court. So that was what I was under the impression today, what I was going for. I had no idea about any citations. I never got any tickets from any cop.
Mr. Waters, enter a not guilty plea to the Peppermill charge, and then you take that one to trial. Then we'll sentence you on the other 2 and go through the revocations on the other ones. That just makes sense. That's what you want to do.
But then I'd have to sit here for months waiting to go to trial, correct? Correct or incorrect? Do you have an answer for me? Sir? Hello? Can you hear me?
You have 2 cases that you're going to be revoked on today. We've had that conversation. You have the 2 sentencings and you have the Peppermill charge. enter a not guilty plea to the peppermill charge. We'll ask the court to set a monetary bill. Then you can take that to trial, okay?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to bail out on that. I want to wait for months. I'll just plead no contest to everything, whatever you guys are talking about. I have no clue what you're talking about. Let's just enter no contest to everything. Let's just figure this out. I would like to go to community court because this is ridiculous, but I mean, I don't know, man. Whatever.
Your Honor, Mr. Waters is
here for months regardless.
Mr. Waters is creating a terrible record for everybody here today. This is the conversation I had with him earlier. I went over his cases over and over and over again, and this is the same reaction.
You told me you had no idea neither. We were going to figure this out right now.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't really give me an answer, sir.
Sir, stop talking. This is not the forum for you to go off and have this discussion with your attorney. You are creating a horrible record. I'm inclined to continue this over to tomorrow and we'll deal with you then. Maybe you can calm down. You'll have a different.
Calm, man. I can deal with it now. I'll shut up.
Stop talking.
Okay.
I'm not going to take a plea just because you throw up your hands and say, I'm going to plead guilty to something I don't even know what I did. That's not constitutional and I'm not going to do it. So your case is continued till tomorrow. We'll try this again. No bail hold pending sentencing tomorrow.
Jesus Christ. Whatever. All right, thank you. Look, I just go. Okay. Well, are you guys going to let me know? Like more?
You're done, sir. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he better, okay, he can do what he's gonna do, but he's going to be cavious if I don't see him on Zoom or in person. One of the two, he's gonna be cavious, okay.
That's understood. That's understood.
On Hopkins, I'm ready on Hopkins. I got this with my regular glasses. You can't leave readers and be aware of your content to work. It's just for going out. This right here. This don't even make sense. Ms. Hopkins, all right, thank you. This is case number 204527201, People versus Ajane Hopkins. Defendant is charged with 1 count of guns, reckless use. Today is the date set for review. Ms. Stevenson.
Janice Stevenson, appearing on behalf of Anthony Hopkins. Ms. Hopkins, ma'am, please tell the judge your full name.
Anjanae Janice Hopkins.
Today is the day set for review. According to Ms. McCall, Ms. Hopkins was placed on probation for 12 months back in June 2022. So that doesn't tell me about when I put her back on probation, because clearly that math doesn't add up because we're in 2024. She did complete the anger management, had a mental health evaluation. She screened as directed, and then I suspended her screens. She completed the handgun intervention, but it says on December 20th, $640 was converted to 64 hours of community service, and there's been no verification of the community service. Ms. Stevenson.
So, Ms. Hopkins did give a letter to the probation department, Your Honor. But Ms. Green,
A letter about
having completed the community service, but
no, it's letters. That's not where she completes community service. Who giving letters? We don't give letters.
understood, Your Honor. And according to Ms. McCall this morning, Ms. Green did attempt to call the phone number in that letter to verify compliance, and she's not been able to get in touch with the person who gave that proof. So,
Where is, first of all, it's a lot going on right here. Who sent her to this community service place where we wouldn't have the phone number?
So that's a problem, Your Honor. According to Ms. McCall, that was not a referral from probation.
It's zero. She don't even never need to contact those people. She never needs to contact the person who provided that letter. And that's why I know it wasn't a place approved by the court because we don't function and operate in letters. We have a form, and the places that we have approved, they fill out that form. And then the form, it has sign in, it has initials, it has the hours completed, it has the days completed. So she never has to reach the people on that letter. She never has to reach those people, because the only community service that we're doing is community service that was approved by probation through probation. And so I don't even know why Ms. McCall would have told her we was calling a phone number. We're not doing that. Mm-mm.
Your Honor, I think at the December hearing, we did advise the court that Ms. Hopkins completed that community service at a local Detroit precinct, the police department precinct. And so I believe that the court was just waiting for the probation department to be able to verify that. That hasn't happened yet.
You said in December, I said she could do her community service at the precinct.
Because that's where she had already done it. Let me see what day that was.
I gotta go upstairs and get my notes, because that don't even sound like, hold on. Let me pull this up. Let me flip up.
That would have been from December. Let me get the date here.
December of 2000 and December that just went past.
Yes. But let
December
me just
2023.
23.
That would be right in my memory. I don't even have a let me say this. So let me help somebody. I don't know. So my notes from Miss Hopkins.
Sorry, Judge. It's September 21, 2023. I'm sorry, not December.
I was gonna say that is not correct. I did not even have a note, and I'm looking at my last note right here. Now, what's interesting is even on the last note from September 21st, I don't see anything that said I was waiting on something from the police department. What precinct? I mean, what precinct? And let me say this, when I'm looking at the note from June 28th, so let's continue. Every time we come here, we're in the same situation. So June 28th, the update was the update, and then it said she's yet to provide proof of 64 hours of community service. That was in June of 2023. Then we came in September, and she still didn't have proof of the community service. Now, let me say something to you. It's one thing I know for sure, and two things I know for certain. That the precinct that she allegedly did this community service at is still standing. That's one thing I know for sure. And then the second thing that I know for certain is that they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, what we're not gonna do is sit up and say, I've been trying to call a phone number to a police precinct that is open 24/7. So let me tell you this, my permission, if I did give it, because I don't have any notes to say that I did, but let's just say I did. I'm gonna give you the benefit of that doubt. That I said she could do the community service, I would take credit, the credit for the community service she did at the precinct, I revoke it. I revoke the permission, because that is the most ultimate of laziness. You're gonna tell me that a precinct is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The building has not moved, the address has not changed, and Ms. Hopkins hasn't taken the initiative to go down to the precinct and say, listen, I'm trying to get off probation. Can y'all give me the letter for the community service that I've done? And then when the officer said, we don't know what you're talking about, then she would have said, okay, then let me get the sergeant. And then the sergeant gonna say, we don't know, we can't give you no letter. Then she gonna say, let me get the lieutenant. Let me get the captain. Let me get the inspector. Let me get the commander. You see what I'm saying? The building is there. The people are there. They have not moved. I've revoked my permission.
So, Judge, if I may, she has a letter, and she's given the letter to probation.
That's not, no. Anybody can create a letter.
Okay.
say that to you.
We just want to
anyway.
be clear with that. She gave the letter to probation, but probation hasn't been able to contact the precinct judge. And beyond that, that's not where they sent her to. So I think I agree that that's the central issue. We just don't want the court left with the impression that Ms. Hopkins didn't give any proof to the probation department. Probation shouldn't have to chase it down, but she did give.
She didn't. She didn't. She submitted some letter with some number. She did. That's not proof of community service. If it can't be verified, she didn't. And by the time we've come in June and September, and she still didn't go there and say, listen, the people trying to call you. No, ma'am, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's move on. She has to go to a place approved through probation. No, I will not accept any community services done at the police department. No.
Okay.
And so let me also explain. This is grace, mercy, and all the stuff wrapped up in together. Grace and mercy and some other stuff, seasonings we put in the pot, and the people that's what's going on right here. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And let me tell you even the answer to this question. No, she cannot now go to the precinct and have the person call probation. That should have been done in June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That should have been done. She has 64 hours of community service and she has 60 days to complete it, or else I'm going to revoke the probation.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
So we're going to come back. April the I'm going to put it on April 9th, but I don't know if that's going to actually be April 9th. No extensions. Listen to me. No extensions. None. No extensions. In fact, I wonder if I even have any more time on it, but no extension. No extensions. No extensions. And then she could do community service or workforce. I don't know if our workforce program has started back up. I don't want to hear that the place that they sent me to didn't give me enough hours. I don't want to hear that. She needs to get 2 and 3 and 4 locations so she could do the community service, because I'm not listening. I'm not listening. All right, we're all set.
Could I have Ms. Hopkins back and break out just briefly, Your Honor? But I don't have anything else for the record.
Briefly, because we get ready to start your trial. So yes, and briefly, like really briefly.
Okay.
Okay, so let's read.